My only thing is I want my child home, and it's messed up how everything happened.
All right, this is a case that we're tracking. There was a bail reduction hearing today, not granted, still in $400,000. So who's the victim? Let's bring back in our think tank. Lawrence Zimmerman, let me start with you. Who's the victim here? Is it Crystal Geyser or Randall Volar?
No, it's Crystal Geyser. She's obviously the victim. I mean, this gentleman, I didn't want to call him a gentleman, this monster abused her. Prosecutors knew about this, did nothing. She had no choice doing what she did. This is almost sort of like a battered persons syndrome defense. I just throw that out there. This is sad that they've arrested her and charged her. She's a young black female, and here we go. She's not given the benefit of the doubt. She's stuck in jail. She had no choice but to, from what I've heard about the case, do what she did, that she's defending herself. This is sick that she's sitting in custody. Something needs to change, and she needs to be released, and these charges need to be dropped.
Joseph Lowe, you got prosecutors pointing towards the social media post afterwards where she's got the gun, she takes his car, she says, she'll do it again if she has to. Joseph Lowe, who's the victim here?
Clearly, she's the victim, and they're looking at post behavior or post act as a way to try and recreate maybe what she was feeling or how she thought, because they're trying to sell the first degree murder story because they're desperate. Everyone knows you can't look to those type of reactions from a juvenile who has been abused. Remember that the type of sex that this fiend was perpetrating on this poor gal, lusting over her, was the type that causes trauma. And as a result, that can come out in a variety of different ways. But there's a question I'd like to ask that I think makes perfect sense as to how the prosecutors ought to be looking at this before they do the trial. And here's the question. What if Volar was a black man and she was a young white girl? Think they'd be looking at it a little bit differently then? You know they would, and that's what makes me mad is the double standard that those government agents, those prosecutors have. Need to let this girl go, and they've got law that allows them to do it in Wisconsin, and they need to get their minds right.
I concur.
Leslie, who's the victim here?
Well, I think no doubt that the victim is definitely on trial right now.